It's your girl Dirty Trucking, uncovering what's really going on. Why does telling lead to oppression and suffering? Who approved for my life to be played with like a game and turned upside down? Who approved for them to get me homeless? Who approved to have them cause me a loss of income? Who approved for them to get me evicted? Why am I living in a city that I can't live, but seems to have turned against me? I'm going through this simply because of negligence, cover-ups. They don't want nobody to know what was done to me. All this stems from one sorry-ass incident that happened to me damn near 21 years ago at a company that was then Daimler Chrysler Warren Truck. They tell you to forget about it, move on, but you can't forget about it, and you won't let me move on. That's why I can't forget about it. Every time I turn around, they doing something to remind me of their power, what they can do to you for no reason. I didn't do anything wrong at that plant. They lied on me and falsely accused me. And I am just outdone that I live in a state, in a city that didn't do a damn thing for me. Get it in court. I did. What the courts do? Nothing. Now you see the result of not holding that business accountable, that corporation accountable for what they did to me. You know, this forced attrition shit that I discovered is fucked up, because it's exactly what's been going on with me in my videos. I keep telling you, they was making shit up. They was doing shit. That's forced attrition. And these jobs were abusing it. See, when you work on a job, you learn shit, you know shit, you see shit. And then when you start telling the shit, oh, here come the forced attrition shit, the abuse of it. And for some reason, these corporations, these businesses, and everybody that is using this shit, I don't think it's just going on in employment. I think it's going on like where I stay at. Doing shit to get rid of you, to have a reason to get rid of you. See, they define legal terms and then they abuse it and they get away with this shit. I think that's exactly what they've been doing. You taking legal terms and you've been using it to your benefit to cover up your deceptiveness and negligence. And what you've been doing to me, simply because I use my voice to speak out against what was happening. See, when you work on a job, you see, you know, you hear, you told, they do stuff to you. But then when you start, see, when social media and then took off like this, people been voicing what's been happening to them. So now, here come this forced attrition. These jobs want to do stuff to force you out because they know if they just outright fire you, they being wrong. Because technically what you're doing when you're voicing your opinion and telling what's going on, you're really a whistleblower. And you are protected. But if it's discovered that job got rid of you because you were a whistleblower and telling about shit that wasn't supposed to be going on, oh, now they legally in trouble. Well, that's when this abuse of forced attrition comes around. So they start doing stuff to make it look like it's what's necessary to get rid of you. See, you need to see what the fuck is happening and stop making jokes about my damn videos. Because this shit is serious and it's an ongoing problem. And I'm just outdone to sit up and simply research what was done to me and to come up with a goddamn name. It's forced attrition. And I read all this shit and this is exactly what has been happening to me. I get on these goddamn jobs and this shit start happening. I start talking about it. Then here comes this forced attrition shit. You know, you getting rid of me because I'm really was blowing the whistle on shit you shouldn't have been doing in the first place. Like Uber, sitting up not paying me my bonus and making me send them a screenshot. And then they recently sent me an email saying they have no record of ever even offering a $1,000 bonus. So now I got to re-complain to the FTC and include that as evidence. This is what they do. This is what my state has allowed to happen to me. You got these policies, and when you read this shit and see my videos and talk and hear what I'm talking about, this is exactly what's been happening to me. It's abuse of forced attrition. And because nobody's doing anything about it, nobody's stopping it, this is why I'm living the way I'm living. It ain't because I'm running my mouth. I have a right to run my mouth. I'm not going to sit up and continue to let somebody abuse me, take advantage of me, steal from me, mistreat me, set me up, and not say shit. Because if the roles were reversed and I was doing it to that damn business, they would be doing the same exact goddamn thing. So why does a business or a corporation think that you can do this to your own workers and get away with it? With no accountability for what you've done and what your forced attrition has caused. This shit causes loss of income, loss of jobs, that ricochets into loss of housing, increased debt, unpaid bills. You end up homeless. But they don't care about that shit. But yet you pull up all this goddamn legal ass terms for what they doing, but yet nobody doing shit. Talking about you got to prove. If I got to play investigator, then you need to pay me like I'm one. If I got to do your job before so you can do your job, then I need to have your job. You sit up and place me on these jobs. And then this shit start happening. But when I use my voice for my justice to stop what's happening, look what happens. I end up evicted with no income and wondering the fuck how could I live in a state in this shit's going on. My state, from the time that shit, when the tables turned on me in my state, I was living a wonderful life before I got to Chrysler. Wonderful as a smart bus driver. Wasn't none of this shit going on that I knew of. Now, it may have been they may have been sneaking in the house, but I didn't see, it wasn't paying any signs of it. This shit happened when I got to Warren Truck Plant. Before that, I had a wonderful life. I was debt free. I was a homeowner, had a vehicle. My son was happy. I was happy until Warren Truck Plant. Chrysler, then turned Daimler Chrysler. A job that I chose to go to did this to me and was never held accountable. But yet you got jokes. You ain't got no empathy. You on here talking about, should we feel sorry for you? What you doing is talking at me like I'm some ongoing ass goddamn case. And I know it. And you gonna stop fucking talking to me like that. I didn't commit fraud. I didn't hurt nobody. I ain't never murdered nobody. I ain't did nothing wrong to nobody. But yet you get on here on my very own goddamn YouTube and watch my videos and say the most ridiculous, heinous ass, evil. And you talk about mean ass shit. See, I tell the truth, unlike some other people who willing to overlook what's being done to them to get a goddamn check. But then when what's being done to you gets so fucking bad to now leads to you not having a check, and then you try to seek out help, hey, it's too late then because you ain't leave a paper trail. You didn't request help. And now When you try to get help, they're going to be laughing at you. Wondering why you coming now when you say this been going on for years. God gave me a voice and I'm using it. But it seems that because I use my voice to fight for justice, my justice, it angered some people here. My state, Michigan, the city I live in, I live here, but they won't let me live here. Constantly allowing businesses that operate here to do this shit to me, to have a loss of income, to affect my housing, and then to what? Got to get them to seek out government assistance. When I had a job, if you would have did your job and stopped these businesses from doing this shit, it don't make sense. Make that make sense to me. That you would sit up and allow a job to abuse written policies, written laws, twist it to do this to their own employees. To now employees is seeking out government assistance and help when you should have stopped the business from doing what they was doing and they could still be a productive worker on their job, earning income and not losing any damn thing. But no, you want to pull the veil over your eyes, turn the cheek, cover the shit up, and ignore what the hell is going on with me. You don't want to do your job, but you are very content in them doing what they doing to me to cost me my job.
Whether I tell or don't tell and ignore what they're doing to me, these jobs are still going to continue to do to me what they've been doing to me until you put a stop to it. My state has been working against me. What do you expect me to do? I've now lost my income and I'm evicted.